Families have been displaced from their homes, roads and bridges washed away, and critical infrastructure severely damaged, leaving some communities cut off and without basic services. This as heavy rains continue to wreak havoc across the country. Addressing the media in Mpumalanga, President Cyril Ramaphosa said government needs to do more to manage climate change and disasters in an effort to save lives and infrastructure.
As government, the response has been quite effective. Obviously, we need to do more to deal with disasters that continue to befall us. We're now in an era where climate change is quite evident to everyone. And we are now developing our own disaster responses so that when we have disasters like these, floods and fires and other forms of disasters, we are able to respond as quickly and as effectively as possible.
Over the weekend, government declared a national disaster after the widespread flooding in various parts of the country. Head of the National Disaster Management Center, Dr. Elias Sithole, says damage assessments are still underway and that further updates will be provided as such rescue and relief operations continue in affected areas.
Because some of the low-lying bridges, sometimes if it rains, they are overflowing. We make sure that we close those bridges so that we prevent the communities not to be washed away or swept off when they're crossing those bridges. But also, we now and then we have got our teams on the ground where they can advise the community if their areas are going to be flooded, and then we're able to relocate those communities into the safer place.
Residents of Jozini in northern KwaZulu-Natal are counting the costs after severe flooding swept through the area, leaving communities stranded, displaced and devastated. Torrential rainfall caused rivers to burst their banks, washing away access roads and inundating homes. Emergency services have since moved into the area to assess the full extent of the damage and coordinate relief efforts. Meanwhile, these families expressed deep concern after rising waters drove them to higher ground where they now wait anxiously for assistance.
We need help with food and blankets to sleep. We have been hit hard in the farms and homes. Even the roads are blocked for entry.
Phalaborwa in Limpopo is experiencing fuel shortages as residents report that fuel delivery trucks are unable to access the area due to road closures caused by flooding. Motorists have been left stranded while businesses and essential services are beginning to feel the strain as supplies run low. Heavy rainfall persists with the risk of flash flooding continuing to threaten several provinces, prompting authorities to urge residents to remain cautious and avoid flooded roads.
The rain has affected us so badly. As you can see around me, the road is very damaged. We cannot access some of our neighbors, and our neighbors, they cannot even access the road. They have to leave their cars on the road to be able to make it home.
Khetsa Mutose from the South African Red Cross Society says schools in some parts of Mpumalanga have also been affected, while the tourism sector faces challenges following the severe flooding. This as Mpumalanga government says it will need at least 2 billion rand to repair damaged infrastructure.
We have been on the ground. We've activated our teams to conduct assessment on the field and also assisting in distributing relief items. But we've also been providing psychosocial support to families that have been affected.
Meanwhile, the search is continuing for 2 teenage boys who drowned in a river at Mashishimale village outside Phalaborwa in Limpopo. The operation resumed on Monday morning after being suspended on Sunday evening due to poor visibility and dangerous conditions. The boys, aged 15 and 17, were swept away by the overflowing Selati River as water levels rose rapidly following heavy rainfall. Meanwhile, provinces across the country are counting the cost of widespread flooding as authorities and affected communities hope for improving weather conditions to allow recovery and relief efforts to continue safely.